A very pleasant good morning, everyone. I would like to start by wishing you and your families my personal best for your health and safety. Thank you for being with us today. From our oldest participants who have been diligently supporting us since the beginning, as well as every new face to our AABN's 168th weekly webinar, we extend a very warm welcome. On behalf of the core committee team, I sincerely thank and acknowledge every one of you who extended help to us for making these events a grand success. Trust all of this would have been just a dream if not for your immense support. Today, I would like to point your attention to our fresh faces. You are here today because we are asking for your support to AABN. We grow and scale successfully only with your dedication towards individual and group goals. You are an integral part of our success story, and we need you as much as you need us. Design thinking involves understanding the needs and perspectives of users, generating innovative ideas, prototyping solutions, and iterating based on feedback. Design thinking encourages a mindset of experimentation to develop solutions that are not only functional but also meaningful and impactful for end users and the startup ecosystem as a whole. Design thinking emerged from studying design and methods. Initially, it was focused on industrial design and later evolved into a broader methodology encompassing various sectors. Over time, design thinking gained traction in the business and startup ecosystems as a powerful tool for addressing complex problems, driving innovation, and enhancing user experiences. Its adaptability and effectiveness have made it indispensable for startups seeking to develop creative solutions and gain a competitive edge in the market. Now that we have outlined the concept of design thinking, our guest speaker today, Dr. Sudipto Bhattacharya, will introduce us to fresh perspectives, innovative theories, and thought-provoking ideas, all designed to stimulate and potentially reshape our thinking. A very warm welcome to our eminent speaker, Dr. Sudipto Bhattacharya, founder and director, Tridhara Business Solutions, Kolkata. And we feel profoundly honored that you have taken time off on a Sunday morning to address us. Sudipto has completed his bachelor's in textile technology in 1993. Thereafter, served the organized textile sector, textile industry, and garment export houses. In 1999, he completed his MBA and plunged into a first-generation startup. The venture was on fruit pulp extraction, processing, preserving, packaging, and marketing with tribal fruit recipes. Thereafter, he pursued a full-time career in management, teaching, research, and consulting. He consulted on areas relating to creative solutions to organizational problems, customer trust and engagement, branding organizations, and visual merchandising. In 2003, he worked briefly with BGMEA Institute of Fashion Technology, Dhaka, Bangladesh. In his doctoral thesis, he explored entry and growth strategies of foreign business academic brands in India and was awarded PhD in management in 2012. In 2013, he was chosen as national expert by Asian Productivity Organization, Tokyo, to research entrepreneurship in APO economies. He has successfully designed and delivered MDPs at IIM Calcutta, BUSU, Shibpur, and VIT University. He has presented papers in national and international conferences, reviewed books of contemporary management literature, published papers in peer-reviewed international journals, co-authored a book, Startup to Scale Up, and co-edited another book, Appreciative Inquiry Approaches to Organizational Transformation. In 2010, he was awarded Entrepreneurs Educator Certification Honors from STVP Stanford University, and in 2011 was certified as a member for startups by London Business School. He also got certified from NST EDB and DST for managing business incubators for startups. In 2012, he was chosen as a resource person by UNIDO to develop entrepreneurial ecosystem in the West African nations. He takes pride in his Ramakrishna mission schooling and nurtures strong social orientation. When in college, he initiated a community development program along with local youth to educate the underprivileged and make them employable. He is a motivational speaker on public forums and an accomplished quiz master. With his diverse backgrounds, I am sure today's gathering feels special because of his participation. And dear friends and entrepreneurs, I hope you enjoy the program and find it useful. Have a nice time. Thank you. Over to you, Dr. Sudipto.
Good morning, everybody, and I'm pretty honored with the invitation of such a reputed university, Annamala University, and when I see the faces of the people out here, I feel really, really very humbled because you people are already reputed in your own field, while I am trying to make a mark. Truly speaking, whatever Gopi sir introduced me are nothing in front of people who are achievers. And when I was in South for 11.5 years with VIT University Vellore campus, I understood that the pretty entrepreneurial acumen which the people down south, particularly the Tamilians, the Telugus, the Malayalis, and the Kannars have, are really exemplary. So I will try to convey whatever little I know. And since it's an interactive session I have designed, I would request all of you to please do interact with me. And this is a free willing session. Ideally, there won't be any Q&A. But once we start rolling the session out, I would always love to hear your voices when I do a lot of activity also in this forum. So again, the request comes, please mute yourself, everybody. And whenever you feel like speaking, please raise your virtual hand. So it's again my request, please mute everybody. And you can raise your virtual hand, and Gopi sir and other hosts who are here from Annamalai Alumni Network, they can please guide me, or if I find it, I will immediately call out the name of the concerned person and he or she can start interacting with me. So for me, business is defined to be a concern for others. See, when we talk about business, and since I am from the monastic order of Ramakrishna Mission, and I was groomed in Belur Math and Narendrapur, these two places I studied from my 6th standard onwards in the Gurukul system, I was always taught, take risks for others and lead a life of peace. Requesting to mute all of yourself. Right. So when I started studying in Gurukul system from class 6 onwards, I was taught to take risk for others, in the process to lead a life of peace and happiness. So we all entrepreneurial mindsets out here, we do understand that we run our kitchen, and when we work, we run our kitchen in a linear way, because we work 8 hours a day into 5 days a week. So 40 man hours we spend on ourselves. But when we go ahead for building up our enterprises, we are going for an exponential way, because there might be 10 people working with us, not under us. And those 10 people, multiplier effect happens, that 40 into 10, 400 man hours works together, and we can create a real good value. For me, values are more important than valuables, because once you trade the way or take the road of creating value for the society, creating value for your fellow beings, valuables follows you. You don't have to follow the valuables. That means the assets, that means the money. So with this brief prelude to what I wanted to do, I'm just going to share my slide, and we will have I think a decent interactive session. So, non koncham Tamil Pestriva. I don't know much Tamil, but I love the language called Tamil, because it is such a rich and ancient, only living language in the world. So, we Bengalis, presently I am based out of Calcutta, but I have traveled around about 10 states of India and abroad. But what I found best is, the Bengalis and the Tamilians has a unique connectivity. They love their language like anything. And I always take pride in speaking my mother's tongue, as well as when I learn others' mother's tongue, it helps me to connect with them. So here I start off. Somebody has to give me a feedback whether the screen is visible or not. And I might be playing 1 or 2 videos also. So if I am visible, and my slides are visible, please give me a feedback.
Sir, it is visible.
Visible.
Thank you so much. So the brief introduction at the cover slide comes here. So this is my fourth entrepreneurial venture and Tridhara Business Solution. Now, I will tell a little bit about the entrepreneurial roadmap which I have taken, and then I will engage you with design thinking startup to scale up. So after I passed my 10 plus 2, that means my school, I went ahead for entrance exam for engineering, and finally I ended up in studying BTech in textile technology. And after I passed out, after 4 years studying my engineering subject, I went to work in the industry. I have worked in textiles, ready-made garments, the organized sector and the unorganized sector, and also in fashion industry. So I have taught in National Institute of Fashion Technology, Ministry of Textiles, which I'm still teaching in NIFT, Calcutta. And I have groomed a lot of young boys and girls to make up their career in fashion, textiles, and ready-made garments by building up boutiques, working for even TV serials and soap serials, and then making their own studio. I helped them in building up luxury brands. This was my initial initiation, but ultimately what I understood is, why won't I be trying something of my own? So being in the industry for around about 10 years, I always experimented with a lot of ideas. But what happened when I was in Himachal Pradesh, Rajasthan, and Ghaziabad, I had to relocate back to Calcutta because I am a single child of my parents. And when I came back to Calcutta, I took that as an opportunity to augment my career with furthermore knowledge. And I did my master's in business administration. There, actually, I started my first entrepreneurial venture working with the tribals, the Santals, the tribals. I went to their home because I was given an assignment from my university, and I brought the tribal villages to the city called Calcutta, where we gave the roof and shelter to those families, put the kids in their schools, and whatever they prepare at home in their villages in the tribal sector, I asked them to prepare that in Calcutta itself. So we had the roof terrace, we divided it, and then we made small cubicles for them to stay, and we made an arrangement so that they can prepare that tribal fruit recipe. And we already had, my partner already had a packaging business. We have put the product in it, backward integrated, and left those tribal fruit recipe into urban markets. And ultimately it took off, and it was so amazing to see. Near the schools, when we have put the products, the location was very important. We put the products near the school. And when the kids used to go to school, they used to take this type of very colorful packs of fruit recipe, and they were all very natural, no synthetic flavors. So ultimately what happened, the kids' grandfather and grandmother used to come and say, what you are putting inside those, because kids are not able to buy any other thing, only taking this. Are there any narcotics or drugs? So that was a big question mark on us. And finally, we told the grandmothers and grandfathers to test our product. They told that it is too fibrous and it is too sweet. We can't take it. That is the first voice of the customer we heard. And we brought out the first new variant, low sugar and low fiber content. And the grannies were very happy after taking all those. So this was a journey which was brief and which was so satisfying. Why it was satisfying? Because those kids were put in school, you remember, and they became educated, they became graduates, they returned back to their village, and they converted the primary school into secondary school. So we didn't chase the money part, because that time we were working and this was a side business. And ultimately what happened is the village got transformed. The village got a lot of education, and we got our product, and we made a little bit of money truly, and we plowed it back into a business and tried to make a better livelihood for the kids and their parents in the village. This was my first entrepreneurial venture, which was having a social orientation with a bit of profiteering motive so that we can help others to survive too. Why I told this? Because these have design thinking element in it in a bigger perspective. Now, let me move forward with what I wanted to say now. One of my teachers once said that this engineering and management studies will be only fruitful because Whenever you are faced with problem, you should know where to look for solutions. And ideally speaking, those of us who are here, they are all mature people. But I definitely know that you interact with the younger lot also out there. And to the younger lot, you should always inspire them to become entrepreneurs one day, because I can't sleep when I have an idea in mind, because that keeps me awake. And once I have done the implementation, then only I am at peace with myself. I know that all of you are like that, because in India, we are fantastic planners. But when the implementation comes, there is always a lot of distraction happening. So the roadmap of implementation has to be well thought out, has to be timelined, and there are a lot of resource planning happening. We know that how a business scales up in India, and there are a lot of diversions and a lot of distractions we have to address, because there are out there a lot of political classes, there are a lot of regulations and regulators out there. We have to manage things, not damage things. Managing things doesn't mean manipulating. We work always by order, because order brings a lot of peace among the entrepreneurs to scale up. These are important. So when we talk about our college days, we talk about 3D. First is the despair. I don't know what I don't know at that point of time. Then comes discovery. I know what I don't know now. And later comes decision. I know what I need to know. Because in our school, college, and university system, we study so much. But do we really require everything? Because when we go to the Western countries, little bit of exposure I had in Stanford and London Business School, I understood there the kids are taught where they are passionate about. But our school level education is so good that people who go there for higher studies in the Western universities, they find it really, really comfortable, because they are already having very strong base of lot of subjects. But in our school, we study so much, which we don't require that much later part in our life. So it's very important to have the decision on time. I know what I need to know. Now I'll try to play a video, a very brief video of a Chinese. I hope that I can make the sound audible to all of you. This is of a Chinese man who can make it big in his life at any point of time. So can anybody please tell me what is the perfect time to launch your own venture? Is it just after beginning to work, after the college, or is it later part in your life, or it is might be after 50s even? What is the best part to start your own venture? Anybody can answer.
I would be so proud of you right now. Oh,
I request a feedback. I request a response.
all right. Well, at least with this, we're not going to be.
What is the best time to start your venture?
As soon as you need the feel for it.
Come again, sir.
As soon as you need the feel for it, the need for it.
Oh, great answer. As soon as you
without much
feel
say,
the
but
need
now,
for it.
The present is the best time.
Present is the best time. So you stay always in the moment of truth, the moment itself. It's a fantastic answer. Anybody else? What is the best time? Because to my students, I always say, start early, fail early, and bounce back early. Because until and unless we have failed, we haven't learned where was our mistake. So I always feel that always when you have that feel, definitely will start. But I always tell the youngsters, when you have a safety screen with you, when you have the ability, the group of people with whom you will work, in a college dormitory, it is one of the best study buddy type of thing when we help each other to grow together. So starting early is always very good, because you have enough time at your disposal to correct your mistakes. But again, there are people, see, I started my venture in 35th year of my life. Then I started my second venture when I was hardly 41 or 42. My third venture came up very recently, this Tridhara Business Foundation, when I am 52. So you have to be very restless, because once you have consolidated your learning in one place, you have to diversify. I'm not telling you have to start your new business. You have to add features to your business. You have to go to new markets for your business. So everybody has their own planning. So let me play this video of a Chinese. Hope it will work because Zoom has to be configured accordingly. I have to be sure whether you can hear the sound. Can anybody hear the sound? Just now it started. Again,
sir.
I am playing.
No
Has it
sounds.
started?
No, sir. No, sir. Audio is
No.
not there.
Okay, okay. I try to fix up the problem just a minute because this is the Zoom platform. Just give me a minute. I think I'll directly, play it from the console. Just 1 minute, sir. Because I have 3 videos, which are really lovely videos. So I want to play them. Right. So please give me a feedback if you can hear this. Here it comes. Does it come?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Thank you so much. So here comes Dishun Wang, a really an inspirational figure from our neighboring country, China. And we all know, and particularly being in VIT Vellore for 11.5 years, I have seen a lot of Chinese students, how they grew up, and had also few Chinese faculty who are my colleagues. They are really, really laborious people. And they always win us over the amount of work they put in doing a particular job. So let's see.
我是王德顺，地地道道的沈阳人。一场 T 台走秀，让很多人认识了我。有人叫我最帅大爷，也有人说我一夜爆红。可是你知道吗？为了这一天，我足足准备了60年。24岁，我当话剧演员。44岁开始学英语，49岁创造了造型哑剧，到北京成了一名老北漂，没房没车，一切从头开始。50岁，我进了健身房，开始健身。57岁，我再次走上了舞台，创造了世界唯一的艺术形式。它叫活雕塑。70岁，我开始有意识地练腹肌。79岁，我走上了 T 台。我今年80岁，还有梦，还有追求。相信我，人的潜能是可以挖掘的。当你说太晚了的时候，你一定要谨慎，它可能是你退却的借口。没有谁能阻止你成功，除了你自己。该炫自己的时候，千万不要对自己说我是王德顺，我是最炫东北人。
Isn't it really inspirational? The man started his journey and the journey went out throughout his life without stopping. Right. So I think I will change gears a bit now and go to our main topic of design thinking. I'll just switch on to few new slides now, and then I will come back to business model canvas. So is my slide visible? Can somebody please give me a
Yes.
feedback?
Yes,
sir.
yes.
Thank you so much. So what is this picture all about? I want some people to visualize what is happening in this picture. I want some responses. Please go ahead. What is this picture? People who love nature, I am sure you understand this.
So actually,
Somebody please give.
Nature is such that actually even when it is becoming larger and larger, the roots grow and then they support each other, both at the bottom level as well as the top sometimes, they connect up to one branch to the other branch to hold up when it is not able to sustain by itself. So nature is a phenomenal thing. I have noticed a number of trees, exactly this kind of phenomenon.
Lovely answer. And I am so happy with your name, Ravindranath sir, that
Yeah.
we in Bengal, just in this week, we are celebrating Tagore's birthday, Ravindranath Tagore, you know that.
Yes.
So you explained it in a very philosophical way, and I love the way you explained. So it's actually a situation where nature speaks, nature supports, because when we talk about religion, we become a bit truncated and compartmentalized. When we speak about spirituality, we open ourselves and try to find the finite. No, we try to find the infinite in the finite form, because we are all nature. Even the trees are nature. When I mixed with the tribals, I found they do not have that many gods and goddesses. They go and pray in front of a coconut tree or in front of a banana plantation. You know why? Because they think the mother nature supports their life and livelihood. That is a very unique concept, and coexisting with nature makes them sustainable. So we all know that majority of the businesses which pollutes, government and regulatory bodies are putting brakes on them. And we, in sustainable development goals, which are specified by United Nations, the 17 UN SDGs, if we mix and match them, you can build up new businesses. And I will tell you a bit about them also. So here in this picture, nature, which is actually the language of the Almighty, nature speaks, and ultimately what nature creates is inspirational. What Ravindranath sir told is supporting each other. So you just see how this plant has expanded and supported. So it's very important to understand, design the thinking or thinking the design, which is more important. And let's move ahead, and I will love to have an interactive session now onwards from you. So what is a good design and who actually defines a design? So I think the user defines the design, and we people who are entrepreneurs, we manufacture what or provide those services which the user will use. Now remember, there are three more people: the payer, the user, and the buyer, we say. So the payer is the person who finally gives us the money, but he or she might not be the user. And similarly, there is another person called the buyer. So the buyer might be very much fascinated by brands. Buyer might be very much fascinated by the word of mouth promotion. Some of his friends has recommended a product, but he is not actually the buyer. Let me give you an example. So in my home, if there is a baby, the father at the home gives mother the money to buy soaps for the baby. But the mother is so much engrossed in the household work, mother can't go to the shop, sends the maid to the shop. The maid goes to the shop and asks for Johnson baby soap. The shopkeeper says, I don't have Johnson, but I have a better product called Himalaya. And it is a very good kids' skincare product. Now that maid doesn't want to go to the next shop, which is already 1 kilometer away in hot summer sun of Chennai. So she takes that Himalaya because she had seen the advertisement in television. She comes back, gives to the malkin or that homemaker, the lady, the soap. The lady accepts it. Now here the payer was the father, the buyer was that maid, not even the homemaking lady, and the user is that baby who doesn't know what is going in his skin. So it is very important for us to understand that when we design a product, thinking about whom we design. So now what is a good design? Or what is a design? Definitely a design is customized, and you see, design can mean whatever you want it to mean to you. That you might be a buyer, payer, or a user, or you might be an entrepreneur, right? So defining the design is like defining the problem statement. Design is about communicating feelings through visual sensations and unique experiences. So we know about brands of repute. Startups actually doesn't have that brand leverage. They have to create it over a period of time. You have to give that time to a startup to prepare a brand which can compete with others. Now, when you are studying brands in the market, you have to understand that there will be always some gaps which those brands hasn't filled up. The product unique selling proposition hasn't filled up. And those information will come from interacting with the stakeholders like the customers, the government, the patent office, the competitors, the regulators. Each one of them will give you some information or suggestion. Your community of entrepreneurs, very important. So communicating feelings through visual sensation and unique experiences. And as human beings, we buy always our favorites, isn't it? We buy our favorite books, we buy our favorite FMCG products. So can we prepare a design which caters to a market which is huge enough, big enough, which will accept us as our favorite, as their favorites, right? And people don't just buy products that work. They want to feel happy while using them. That's very important. So give them a good feeling when they use the product. Example, definitely Steve's product from Apple's table, which comes, the iPads, the iPhone. We feel good while using those products. Even you see, I am now taking this session on Windows platform. I feel good when I use Windows platform. And it has developed over such a long period of time, isn't it? So it was 95, 97, 2000, XP, Vista. So it keeps on upgrading themselves. And it defines the competition. But the design is something which is so unique, so innovative, and it creates all the differences between success and failures. So moving forward, what is a good design? So now I want to listen from you. When you have understood in my way what I have told you, what is a design? What is a good design? Can some person please interact with me? Any answer will do. Just think about your life. What is a good design you have used in your life and you want to go back and buy it again? Why it is good?
It should create value and also should communicate the value. Good design is one.
Great answer. Communicating the value.
Also,
Any further?
Also to meet your objectives, what you have got in your mind. I mean, you have set a few objectives of this is what I wanted. And if it meets all of them in the full sense, in the excellent way, then that's a good design for me. And also have some of the features where I think looking at the present situation, what is going on, environmental friendly or many other factors can be also fitted in, though they are not necessary for your at this point of time for your usage point of view.
Right. So futuristic, which
Futuristic, exactly.
yes, fantastic answer. And both of the answers which I got are really, really insightful. So that's a good design. So I
Whether-
guess a few lady participants are here. If I hear from you, what is a good design according to you? There is a little bit of gender sensitivity here. That's why I wanted somebody to speak from the female participants out here. What is a good design for you? Anybody here?
Should have an aesthetics. I'm not a female, but it should have an aesthetic design. But
Okay.
also it should be attractive enough. Feel good factor is very important.
whether it's a product or a service which you are thinking in your mind to do, offer to the customer,
Yes.
whatever you think, it should be validated by the customer before you send it to the market.
Fantastic. So customers are at the core purpose of developing a product or service, and you get validated. And sir, I understand you are not a female, but you really love the aesthetics. So it's not only the females love beautiful things, we male also appreciate beauty, and beauty in all different forms. So anything which is beautiful to the mind, beautiful for the utility value, are always good design, beautiful design, we say. Any more inputs? Fantastic. I'm feeling so happy that I am learning in the process.
Adapting
Any
to the variations of the user, that means kind of a usability part. Okay.
Okay, dynamic. What you
Yeah,
want to
to
say?
some extent, yeah, adapt to my my height, my body, needs actually, which are specific to me.
Great. And it keeps on changing. So whether the design has the flexibility to keep on change, right?
Indeed, yes,
Right.
yes.
Great answer. So let us move forward a bit from what is a good design to talking about this. So this is a plant which is there in nature, and nature inspired us to prepare Velcro out of this. So whenever you run in the fields, in some places you will find this plant, it will catch, those are small thorns which catches your garments, right? Burdock plant. And this burdock plant intelligent fish, which is a underwater drone. And why we prepared that? Since I'm a textile engineer, I tried to make a fish, and you all know for Bengalis, fish is a vegetable. We love fish like anything. So I love fishes, and out of that love, I thought that how fishes and marine creatures can be saved. And that is what SDG, saving life below water. So just imagine that you have seen Titanic, you know about the Titanic case. So something like Titanic happens and the oil spillage happens in the ocean. So the biological availability of oxygen in the water goes down when the oil spillage happens. So we have to save fishes, we have to save marine creatures. So we try to prepare with a team of round about 400, out of which 350 people were students and 50 were teachers from different disciplines. It was a multidisciplinary project we took up to prepare underwater fishes. And those fishes are like underwater drones with their body covered up with a hygroscopic body cover. And inside there are sensor chemicals. So when there is a change in the viscosity of the medium, those sensor chemicals got those messages that the viscosity of the water has changed around, because that's his osmosis and diffusion is happening through the membrane of the body of the fish. And there are mechatronic devices which connects those change in the sensor chemicals. And there is IoT, Internet of Things devices, which connects with certain things which are geostationary up there in the sky. And finally, the message comes and there are few stimulus, there are few ultrasonic waves sent by the head of the fish, and it is not a single fish. There are at least 200 underwater drones which are moving around, and they start sending out and preparing that ultrasonic screen, which prevents fishes and marine creatures to come in the area where this oil spillage has happened. So again, this is a bio-inspirational product only, which we tried to do. So nature teaches us so many things. Going forward, so why I asked if there are any female participants, and the females use it for many reasons, and males also use it. So is there any female participant who can say what is this and why it is useful to you? Any female participant from the alumni group? If there are none, the males can go for a try. What is this? Why we use it and how we use it? And is it a good design? I think the chat box is giving a lot of chat box is giving a lot of answers. Can somebody talk? Sarin Sundar sir told when to start a business after 50, immediately after college. Shailab Naidu sir. Shobhan Majumdar told immediately after college after 40. Okay, anyway, let's come to the answer to this if somebody is writing. Please somebody tell me, safety pin, HPSIASP has answered safety pin. Yes. But is it a good design? Why you use? Is the safety pin really safe? What are the changes you have seen in the safety pin over this period of time? Shalav Naidu sir has written useful when we really need it. Ravindranath sir, your opinion?
See the fantastic part of see the fantastic part of this safety pin is, see,
yes,
you
sir.
need a sharp, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Yes.
Yeah. See, the fantastic part of the safety pin is you need a sharp end for piercing. At the same time, after the job is done, it is kept inside a cover.
Right.
So that it doesn't pierce further. I really enjoy the design, so nice in this. And the moment you open it, it should come out. So a spring at the end on the other side. See, whomsoever has designed this particular thing, I really appreciate the guy actually. See, it should have a purpose. At the same time, it should have a safety also. So nicely done. That's what I feel.
Absolutely. And any good design can be used for multiple purposes. So I know that the females use this safety pin even for attaching the pallu of the sari so that it does not fall down. Even there are a lot of people who, when they don't find a Johnson bird, just turn around that round tip and put it in the ear and scratch the ear. So just imagine how many usage you will find when you have such a product. And really, it's a pin which is really.
What the it's a bit frozen or
more aesthetic?
Yeah, one point I would say that actually this is one of the age-old design. It has lasted for centuries. I mean, how many years I don't know back it has been found. And as the previous speaker said rightly, one is that small spring which gives you the kind of a tension which is required to hold it. Second one is actually there's a holder there which is also pressing and then like a shield. And both are very, very much required. I mean, so that it doesn't come off. If it is not really a spring-like attachment there, then it would come off easily and then it will pierce. So this is one of the fantastic designs. It's evergreen.
Right. So another important point which came out from what Ravindranath sir told and even the last speaker told, sir, both of you told something, timelessness. It sustains the onslaught of time. It is so very useful till now from the day it was born. So any good design is like that. So let's move forward. So what constitutes a great design? Now I am not asking what is a good design. What constitutes a great design? So if you can really make a great design, your market will definitely respond to it. So let's see. What is a great design? We are not going to move from good design to great design, but I will take a very simple example now. See, when you already have an existing design, you have to question assumptions. Assumptions means you already have something. Let's see what we have. We have a restaurant. And since my first business was in food and beverage, so I am always a foodie who loves to experiment with food. So I went to a restaurant. And what the restaurant gives me? Restaurant gives me menus. And I just check with the price and the menu and what comes in the content of a particular menu. And then I go ahead with ordering it. But sometimes when I am with a group of friends, I ask them to order, or we together make a consensus and order. So a restaurant. Let's immerse ourselves in this experience. And then I will ask you, this is a good design of a restaurant, how we can make it great. So let's move forward. It serves food, a restaurant. So we sometimes see in hotels where you can also go and stay also for 1 or 2 days and nights. You always have a restaurant also attached with it, which is open to the public and as well as to the indoors. So you can come down from the 4th floor and do your breakfast and evening snacks there, lunch there. But it is open to the public also. One day in one of the hotels while I checked in, I understood that they have shifted the breakfast and snacks area to another small place because the bigger place was hosting a birthday party. Right. So they serve food. That's a primary purpose. And last one is they charges for the food they serve. So any restaurant is clean, having well-mannered and well-dressed, waiter and waitresses. They have multiple menus to choose from. They have lovely ambience, isn't it? So this is a good restaurant. Now, how we can make it great restaurant? These august gathering of people out there in front of me, they are experienced people. You people are not my students. I learn from you. So I want to know from you, this good restaurant, which I explained to you, how we can make it great. So some feeds from all of you. Just make the restaurant great. That's all, from good to great. This is designing a new restaurant. Please come up with your queries. I'll tell you why I am asking this. Actually, London Business School, the program which I undertook, they certified me because in Vellore, there was a lady running a small eatery and Amala's Kitchen was the name of that eatery. Now, near to her eatery, she was a single mother. She lost her hubby. He was a doctor and in CMC. So he suffered leprosy and left the world. So she was grooming up her kids with this, running this Amala's Kitchen. But to her agony, lot of branded restaurants came up. Big Chick came up, then Domino's came up. So she was having falling sales. So my project was to turn it around. And if I can show revenues clicking, so 10,000 women entrepreneurs was the project from Cherry Blair Foundation, UK. And London Business School was monitoring few of us from India, how we are doing the work. So I did something which I'll share with you later, but how you convert this restaurant or this eatery, which is losing sales, might be it's a good place, might be people are going there for a lot of reasons, but how you convert it into a great restaurant. So please tell me some of your ideas.
Seriously considering their feedbacks.
Oh, seriously considering. Okay, Shashank, sir. Somebody
So
else?
one way could be to take the food to the respective rooms, kind of a thing, and also make it like a family food, like or some values, like we talk about millets, kind of a thing. Like bring in some value addition in the food. It's not like a junk food, creating something people will love it, kind of a thing.
Fine. Fantastic, Lakshmi Narayan, sir. Last year, it was International Year of Millets. And millet always had a following. And it's healthy and hygienic food you are talking about, not the first food. And also having a family ambience to have food together. I have seen on highways, sir, you take the raw material to the outlet and even you can say that what type of recipe you have to cook, and the chef comes and cooks that recipe. It was such a lovely ambience to have customized food. Isn't it a great concept? That I am taking my friends and I want to give them the feel of my home food. Unfortunately, I can't take them to my home. So I am giving them a feel of my food at an outdoor place. Isn't it a good idea? Customized recipe.
Absolutely.
And there are places like this. Yes.
Absolutely, a very good idea. Then also the ambience is a very critical now, and some personalized experiences. Now, what I found is like a resting place for people, like some new one like a Choyos. What I found, a lot of students come there. They just take one tea, or sometimes they don't even take, but they don't bother. You can just sit with their laptop, and then they keep using it for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes. And they can use a nice washrooms, and then and there are ones which have additional amenity, some takeaways, what they can prepare their own recipes and things like that. They can put in their store, like thing they can pick up, and then they like the type of tea they are drinking. They can buy some stuff from there.
Right.
Some of the few
in
of
the
them.
chat box, I got a feed from Shubhadharan sir. A very good thing. Additional focus on the experience of the guest, like receiving guests, the way food is served, etc. So exactly theme restaurant. Theme restaurant is the concept which is there in Calcutta. We have theme Durga Puja, by the way. When you walk into a pandal during the Durga Puja days, you will be transported to France, Paris, or might be in London. So they make that full ambience emulating or replicating France or London. So similarly, theme restaurant are something that you walk into that restaurant, you will find history coming alive. That you find a Tagore song being played. Today is the age of artificial intelligence. Tagore starts speaking to you. Even there are statues which are like robots moving like Tagore. So they make a different type of feel good. Then there are Gujarati Day, when all the waiter and waitresses will wear Gujarati attire. Then Rajasthani Day. So all these are these. Wants to give more feed on this, how to make it into a great restaurant? Hello? How to make it into a great restaurant? Any feeds further? Okay. So, Ravindranath sir, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
I got a pop-up actually that the internet is giving me trouble. So my home Wi-Fi power has gone off. I'm working from a hotspot of my mobile, so I have to be ensured that you can hear me.
It's actually a little bit in between. There's a sort of gap coming in, so that's only 15-20 seconds. That's it.
Okay.
Then you're coming back again.
Okay, thank you. So anybody else wants to speak on great restaurant from good restaurant?
While the basic purpose of a restaurant is to serve food and the experience, if it can provide a platform where people of similar thoughts can share their ideas, because we spend a lot of time there. So that might be another point where people will get attracted to that restaurant, interact, and then have some ideas and chit chat.
Right. So community restaurant. In Calcutta, we have a coffee house. And this coffee house saw Satyajit Ray, Adur Gopalakrishnan, big literateurs coming and interacting. And even you and I, when we go and sit to drink coffee there and just overhear their conversation, you can join with them if you differ with any views or you want to augment their views. And it's so open culture. So a lot of movies came out from all these coffee houses. So a fantastic thing which you told, community culture restaurant. I see Sarin Sundar sir writing it make it a Michelin star restaurant. Sarin sir, what is this Michelin star restaurant? I'm not getting it. Sarin Sundar sir, what is this Michelin star restaurant? I think he is far off. Might be that he is only in chat box. Oh, he has given the Wikipedia link also, Michelin guide. Okay, that's a great thing. So now I'll check it with it later on. But Shalav Naidu sir has written, provide current event happening around us. So this is exactly what I did with Amala's Kitchen. I converted it from a eatery to a youth hangout. There was a small book corner. There was, a birthday boys were given free cakes. But the time you spend in that restaurant by giving everybody the birthday party was charged along with the food, but the birthday cake was free on behalf of Amala madam or Amala akka. And there was a small, musical performing place also, very small, but since she had an open space, a garden sort of thing, so people can perform there. So ultimately it was converted from eatery to hangout. And those closed areas of Big Cheek, Domino's, they only focused on food. So what you wrote here is, if you can listen to newses, you can, we made few bubble chairs or bubble seats where you can just relax and watch the British Premier League or the IPL matches. So that was converted from a good restaurant to a great restaurant by moving beyond the food, moving beyond the service of getting only food. So let's see what happens now. A great restaurant comes up. A chef can prepare any dish of customer's choice based on available ingredients. So as a customer, I can bring the raw material, or I can ask whether you have all this raw material and can prepare something which is customized according to our friend's requirement. Next is the restaurant has good interior. Already you people have told. That's why I was telling you, people already are experienced enough to make a good to a great. But here comes the design thinking concept, which I'll come later on a bit. People can bring their own food and enjoy a picnic. And you charge not on the food, but on the time spent at the restaurant. So when I have questioned all these assumptions of preparing the food and the good restaurant to a great restaurant, here it comes. Can you do it for a hotel? So it's only extending a restaurant to a hotel now. So you can think about nursing homes. You can think about retail outlets. You can think about schools, colleges. Just go beyond the core purpose of existence. But remember, the core is core. If you are a very good school, if you are a very good college, what else you can provide which augments your brand, which makes your brand unique in the market? So you come out of your segment of competition. All schools and colleges are competing against each other to get students. How a school stands out from the crowd? By thinking in a design thinking manner. So let me give you a few more things, inputs. What is design thinking now? Design thinking has to be human-centered. I should say it should be life-centered, because when I talk about human-centering, I forget there are a lot of other forms of life in this world. So very near to my house, they have prepared a restaurant which is called Congo. Congo, you know, the river in Africa. And on the banks of Congo, there are so many animals being found. And I am telling you that the ambience of the restaurant is, there is a python, there is a, see, they are not real, but when you enter that, it seems that for the light and the sound effect, you just be there as if you are dining in a jungle. Okay, so life-centered design thinking. And, in some of the restaurants in abroad, I have found even the monkeys, they are trained to take orders. And they are so human monkeys, I should say, because we all know that our forefathers were monkeys at one point of time. So anyway, not bringing the forefathers always, but bringing sometimes to cheer up the audience. And we all know that the kids are so happy when you have those jokers who actually wear different type of dresses and do a lot of fanatics out there and entertain the young audience. So that is also there in birthday parties. We have seen all those type of things happening. Future focused, what we already discussed. Next comes creates value, not valuables, creates value. And finally, dynamic. We have already discussed all this before. So whenever you are thinking design, think like this: empathize, just be in the shoe of the customer, empathize with the problem which the customer is facing, then define the problem statement, start ideating solution beyond what is existing in the market. Definitely you can go and find the market gaps, but they should not be inspirational for you not to innovate furthermore. This is important. So I'll give you examples if I get time. Then having a prototype or proof of concept and then testing it, and again coming back to empathize stage if required, because customers' problem might have changed by that time when you have tested the product, commercialized it. So you have to empathize again back to augment the features of the product. The product will have a commercial value if I have gone through this stage. So ultimately, customer is the center, customer is the king and queen in the market. You start empathizing, not sympathizing, empathizing, thinking that you are the customer. What are your life doing if you are in that position of a problematic situation? So going ahead, shifting in the thinking process. What is that? In traditional thinking, we say, what is the right answer? We always try to have a problem and then get a right answer for it. Then we do talking. So we talk, we engage with others to find the right answer, isn't it? Then we always depend on a lot of data, whatever comes from the market, from different journals, from news channels, from our friends' word of mouth, data. Then events. We have gone to an event and understood how people are interacting with them, reacting with them, acting with them. So interacting with them. So finally, traditional thinking thinks finally about facts. They talk about facts. Let's go for now design thinking. What is the right question? Because question changes. But only the answer will change when the question will change. So today's world is different. Once it was, we had a golden rule. Now if you have gold, you rule, isn't it? Once you had wise people with lot of wisdom. Now you have wisdom flashed on t-shirts. And then you start thinking. When you go to a Charlie Chaplin movie, you find his acting. Then you laugh and laugh. And then when you come back home, you start questioning yourself. Why Charlie did that there? Then you start asking questions to yourself. And you start finding out the answer. That Charlie Chaplin modern times movie, Charlie was fixing on a conveyor belt screws. Suddenly he couldn't do and keep up the pace with the conveyor belt going inside the gearbox. So finally he laid his body on the conveyor belt and the belt went inside the gearbox and he came out from the other side. It was just a fun movie. So he was not eaten up by the gears. Now, what comes out of this? It comes out the automation happening in the mind of the person. The mind of the person is becoming mechanical. So when you go to this situation, you ask yourself, how I can come out of this? So that's design thinking, asking the right question. More listening. It's very important to listen, understand, unlearn, relearn, learn, unlearn, relearn. That is the cycle. More listening. Then comes stories, not data anymore, because stories gives you insights. Data only gives you what has happened when it has happened. Now, when you want to know why it has happened, and individually there are many whys between individual customers. Remember, all customers are different. Try to get hold of their stories. Then comes experiences, not events anymore. So here in Calcutta, we have a discotheque, a dancing floor. And you know the tagline, it says, experience the difference. So people go there in events. But ultimately they come out with an experience, memories, and memories lingers, you know, and those stories, memories and experiences brings back the customers. That is design thinking, way of thinking, and branding also. And finally talk about feelings. So it is more human orientation. You see, everything is so emotionally attached to the feelings of the mind, and everything is in the mind. Because brand doesn't exist in the product only. It exists as a visual imagery in the mind of the customer. Because why Sony is good, why Nike is so performing, why Microsoft gives me so much flavors of Windows, isn't it? So I think I will play another video for you. Okay. So let me ask you a very simple question when I just organize the video for you. Okay. How many of you have seen circuses? Okay, just 1 minute. There are so many feeds coming up. Suresh Maria Selvam sir, who has recommended me to this network. Suresh sir, hope you are there. Suresh sir, drive-in dine facility with video screen was your feed in this question I asked. Network point like Anna Salai Woodlands. Game point with various brilliant games from various countries. Food is served. Suresh sir, are you there? Oh, your mic is not working. Okay, okay. But I am so happy you joined. You only recommended me to this network of lovely and interactive people. So let me play the video. And before that, I ask you a silly question. I think in your childhood, you have seen circus. So people, please interact with me, participants, that when you have seen circuses, what you have seen and what caught your mind and what you still have memories of. Circus. Over to the group. What circuses you have seen and how it has caught your mind? Gopi sir.
Yeah, the jokers.
Jokers. Okay, the dwarfs, the jokers, they make it so beautiful. So things. Anything more you remember?
No, wild animals being tamed by the trained people and asked to do what they are telling to do, which is really amazing.
Amazing, right? So elephant kicking a football, which is so little in front of his feet, and the tigers are jumping through the fire, ring of fire. Yes. So what else? What else? What else you remember about circus? Please
Gymnastics.
Right. Gymnastic, trapezes, right. What else? What else?
Trust and synchronization.
Synchronization, coordination between so many different activities. Fantastic. Anything more? Anything more?
Biker in the gauge.
Bikers. So though I rode bikes, but never I tried with those experiments, because already in roads of Chennai, in Calcutta, when I have ridden bikes, there are so much adventures happening. So making a more adventurous life, I didn't try, but these bikers are amazing. True. So any further, or I'll tell you the storyline now. In France, there is a group called Cirque du Soleil. So this is a word for circus. And French circus, Cirque du Soleil, traversed the entire globe. And they made amazing performances. And you know what? This animal rights organization, birds rights organization told, you can't use animals and tame them and make them jump through the fire. You can't make them to kick footballs. They are not made for that. You have to leave them open in the jungle where they belong. So Cirque du Soleil faced a lot of resistance from Western countries in Europe and America. And I will play a video how they reorganize their circus. And after seeing this video, there is design thinking concept in it. You people, please tell me what they shown to you, right? Here it comes, the video, Cirque du Soleil. Please enjoy. When you, get a feed from you that you can see the video, I'll be not interrupting you any further. Here it comes. Can you hear the sound?
Yes, sir.
Great. Thank you for the feedback. Here it comes now. I will switch off my video now. Yes. And just enjoy this for another 5 minutes. Design thinking in action. Here it comes. Okay. So I'm sure you love the performance of this Solil. And I request now people to come in the video so that I can see all of you, and later on streets of Chennai or elsewhere, if we clash against each other, at least I can recognize you. So everybody, please do come. I see Gopi sir, I see Ravindranath sir, I see Shubhadran sir. So let's have some 2 to 3 minutes of insightful interaction. What you loved here in their performance, because this is not traditional thinking circus, it is converted to a design thinking example. I'll tell you why, but before that, please tell me what you loved here and what they are actually doing. So Bala sir is also here. Please raise your virtual hand, not your real hand. I can just go ahead with asking you. Lakshmi Narayan sir also, I see so many people have joined. Suresh sir, your mic is working now? Okay. So who is raised your hand? Acha, Professor Sarin Sundar sir. So sir, go ahead. What they showed here.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Perfect.
Yeah.
Lot of fire, a lot of fire behind you. Okay.
Okay.
The virtual. Carrying on, sir.
So I think that this is a European circus. Traditionally, they go with themes, and this particular one looks like they have a specific theme, looking at older generation and some kind of struggles, and probably they're trying to reach out with the community with empathy based on which region they are showcasing on.
This is a problem which I put myself always into. Asking a professor the first answer gives me always the right answer. Very close to the right answer, at least, if I should say. So thank you, Professor, that you are almost a dot on the point, but let me hear a few more inputs. This was a lovely clue which he has given, and he is almost there. So there are young people also in the circus. So now I have to manage the show because he has already given close to the correct answer. Okay, others, please. What they actually performed and tried to show. Suresa.
4 days.
Okay.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear. I can hear. But not very stable network, it seems.
Yeah.
Okay, anybody else, please give your thoughts. What they did, what they showed.
So I always consider the timing, the precision of timing of the swingness. Even 1 microsecond if it is missed. So the entire, maybe they will be safe, they will be falling on the net. But the joy of, the gymnastics may not be there. So the precision is my observation always. Other things you can, one of the things, managing the animals or other things is okay. But this
animals were not there. Suresh said, no animals, no birds, only human beings.
No, not that. No, not in this. I'm just saying the circus, generally in the circus. So the comments I'm talking about. But I always think about the precision of the people who are catching and holding and jumping and other things. That's very, very important. I always appreciate.
Right. Great insight that coordination among people and timeliness, precision is so important in a sequence of events. Okay. So anybody else, please give your feed.
Hello. Namaskar. I am Sadanandam Karur. It is the perfection and the coordination between each and everybody, each one doing their business instead of attending to others or something like that, so that everything will be perfect. Just like the sun, moon, everything, the whole thing is working. So that way they have worked. It's something fantastic. So like that, we should think about life So that's what they are trying to say. The risk is involved. They have taken that risk, and they are making it others happy, and they also have the happiness.
Great insight. Doing your work and making others happy, and be very focused on what assignment you had. So it's
5523.
Okay. I think Krishnan sir has to. Somebody is talking.
Keep attracting people. Keep attracting people. Actually. So
Keep attracting people. Okay. Who says this? Krishnan sir or Bala sir? Who is
no,
telling?
myself, Bala.
Okay. Keep attracting people. Okay. Your performance. Right. Right. Krishnan sir, your hand is up. Krishnan sir, your hand is up. I see.
Sorry, I'm Mrs. Krishnan.
Okay,
Yes.
ma'am.
I have joined from Nigeria. And
Okay.
what I know when you talked about, and in fact, I found your talk very interesting because I actually head a school. And what you were talking about, trying to attract customers, attract students to come to the school, that's a problem we face daily because competition is very high. Now, when you talked about design thinking.
Are you in Aruba? Ma'am, are you in Aruba? Where are you?
No,
Aruba?
I'm in Lagos, Nigeria.
You are in Lagos. Okay. Because I trained up Africans in Mano River countries in UNIDO project in Sierra Leone, Cote d'Ivoire, and those Liberia. So carry on, ma'am. What fantastic thing you find in this circus, and from traditional circus to design thinking circus? Yes.
Yes. You mentioned that, they ran into problems because like animal rights activists and, we are not allowed to use animals in circuses, even in movies. But in movies, they have the advantage of using computer graphics and things like that to create the animals and give us the experience of real animals. So what they did in this circus is they had people wearing costumes. And then the movements, like for example, I saw a spotted, probably they were trying to show how a leopard moves. And the movement of the people were also, like they were mimicking the way the animals move. So they also created that little bit of, the animal experiences by humans modeling as animals. I don't know whether it was the way I saw it, but that's what came to my mind.
Oh, great. Okay. So few more inputs after Niyatha Krishnan ma'am. I think Rajendra Sapre sir raised his hand, or he wanted to talk. Rajendra sir.
I think, sorry, my camera is not working. This the entire, I mean, if one word I could say, it was like a captivating. That means once you entered the show, you can't actually, you actually forget yourself as to what is happening. You get immersed into the entire performances.
Yes.
So that's what I think. I mean, they never actually, made us think that the animals are present or absent. I mean, that kind of a performance, despite that limitation, they actually conquered it through some good design, I would say.
Right. And Rajendra sir and others also, please tell me what they actually, there was a narrative behind what they did. There was definitely the storyline. I was telling you, they gave us the experience, they gave us the feeling, they gave us a story. What is the story you saw there?
I didn't need to see it twice. I somehow got immersed into the performance rather than the story behind. Sorry about it.
I understand. I think we have little more time, 20 minutes left. So can we enjoy, Gopi sir, once again the show?
Yeah, please go on.
Okay, that's great. Thank you for this opportunity. This is one of my favorite things which I always show. And in the meantime, in the chat box, I have shared my contacts also. So I would really love to be engaged with this August gathering for anything we do together, because I am a very restless guy who thinks new businesses, ideation to implementation. So I am with event and performance managements also. So that's why this caught my imagination that the French people and their innovative skills. So let me play this video once again for all of you. In the meantime, you enjoy it. So it comes just 1 minute. Remember, you have to tell me what is the storyline behind this, what they are trying to show. And I am damn sure you will be able to catch it. So I'm stopping my video and my words. Just I want to listen from you whether you can hear it or not. Can you
Yes.
hear?
Yes, we can.
Okay. Remember, there is a story, and don't enjoy only the acrobatics and the trapeze and those beautiful men and women out there. Okay, here it comes again. Okay. So now let's have the discussion. What they are telling there. Any frame which you see there, activities, acts, each has a purpose. Remember, at the very beginning, balloons were going up from the pocket of a person. Then there was that joker who had a very big paper plane and he was roaming with that paper plane, running around. Right? I will not give more clues.
I think all are aspiring for some kind of a freedom actually, from the maybe from the old traditions or maybe monastery or whatever. But they are aspiring definitely for some kind of a freedom actually. The young or the youth.
Great, great observation, I should say. But there was one lady and another man. They were doing a ball dance, remember? So a ball dance happens usually after Christian marriages. It's actually aspiring for freedom post-marriage. On a lighter note, I am telling this. So don't go for the literal meaning. Post-marriage, are we really free, or we are more tied in the Maya, in the Maya? Okay. So anyway, food for thought. We are reaching lunchtime, so thought for food is very important. Anything more? Please tell me, because you saw the balloons are going out from the pocket, then that paper plane are being flown, or he's running, that joker was running with the paper plane. Then one man and lady were doing ball dance. Then there was another frame, one young person and a elder person, not an old person. They were playing with fire together. And at the last frame, which is still there on your screen, the ladders are going up and everybody is bowing down. Isn't it the story of a life? They portrayed a human life in this way, isn't it? They showed the challenges of human living. Each frame is so very touchy and impactful. What do you say? Gopi sir, I can only see you on my screen. I don't know.
Hello.
Yes. Devamani sir, yes, tell me.
See, actually, the whole gamut of picture is not visible because it is getting focused into, I don't know, the whole stages there are not actually in the picture. Anyway, from one side, if you see, it's something like an evolution and how the life goes. And I see the circus performers are all strugglers. So circus itself is like balancing the thing of life. And every revolution of that tire, every revolution indicates the movement of time. And the ladder indicates the what do you call, the path from one level to somewhere else where we have to go. That's why the ladder's end is not seen fully. So the balloon going up, you can say like the aspiration, like we have, I mean, aspiring oneself to go up. So this is what I mean, what could be assumed from this short time movie. Basically, it tells about, basically it tells about a sort of evolution, a change, a genesis.
Right. So I just played in a mute way this so that you'd remember all aspects. And another important thing is whatever they did, it's actually a sequence of events which culminates in the story of a human life. And it is so impactfully done. So we all enjoyed the show, I'm sure. And let me move forward by now wrapping it up, our session, and leaving it up for some more interaction with you people. And I'll share a few more things, but let me share my slideshow. In the chat box, I have given my contacts. I am in LinkedIn, and you will find a person with a cap on his head because I don't have much hair, and I try to protect my baldness with cap. And you will find that person in the LinkedIn, and I'll look forward for all attachments with all of you. And that is me. I hope you can see. My LinkedIn profile goes there. My Yahoo mail ID is here. And that's me, the person with the cap. And in Bengali, we say topi. So the person who has himself worn a topi, he can't make others to wear a topi. Topi means you make the person, exploited. You exploit that person for business or something else. So I'm not a person who does it. So, so like that. And that is what I had for you. Unfortunately, I don't have much time to discuss the scale up of the business as far as this thing is concerned, your business model is concerned. We should have another session, but I want to show you one thing. It's not marketing, by the way. Gopi sir, excuse me.
No issues.
This is Amazon website, and this is the first book I wrote with my students. They are all entrepreneurs. One is in Gothenburg in Sweden, another is in Bangalore, and the third lady is a media professional. Startup to Scale Up. This book is found in Amazon. It doesn't cost you much. The Kindle edition cost you hardly 190 rupees. And this is the book, Startup to Scale Up. And this is in hard copy also. And if you want, you can, this is the book. So we released it in VIT, and Chancellor G. Viswanathan sir showered us with his blessings. Though I have another two books where I have written about startups and transformational organizational culture, but this is my first one. So Startup to Scale Up, the next edition will come out. We are working on it, but writing a book takes all of its time. So Startup to Scale Up to Scale Out. That means when to diversify, how to diversify, and why to diversify startups. So that is also the second edition coming up, Startup to Scale Up to Scale Out. So if you really want, you can read it. And if you even don't want, if I get another opportunity from Gopi sir, I would love to interact with you people again. And please do connect with me. Or if we have a WhatsApp group, and if I am there, I would be very happy to contribute whatever queries comes in. I don't know whether I have wasted your Sunday morning, but I enjoyed all the interactions you had. Sunday is always a special day for us. We give a lot of time to our family, but you all invested your time, or I don't know, you had so much patience to bear with me, with my continuous talking. Thank you, everybody. And if there are questions, I am ready. Over to you, Gopi sir.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. Sudipto, for the excellent session. We enjoyed it thoroughly, and we thank you once again for taking your time out on a Sunday morning to be with us. And
some more feedbacks from participants will be encouraging for me. Where I went wrong, good, bad, ugly, whatever you give, I am always happy. So any feedback?
Sudipto?
Yes, Suresh sir.
Suresh here. No, not about Sudipto, because I know about Sudipto. There is no point talking about Sudipto. But out of this network of Gopi sir, I want to give the credit to Sudipto. He made a wonderful business network with Kundan. Sudipto, Sudipto, can you please brief of that interaction we had with Kundan regarding sending the players from West Bengal to Argentina?
Okay. See, in Bengal, my three dhara business solutions, we have three dhara means three flows of stream. So we have one actually which works in space of education. The second one works in the space of sports, events, and entertainment. And the third one in the technology domain. We work with renewable energy. We install solar panels and maintain them, and also into home automation and industrial automation, where you enter a room and the lights gets on and the power saving gadget starts working and all those. Besides that, solar, which I told you, the events, entertainment, and sports, we have our model of building up some academy on dance, on arts, on different types of Indian oriented things for people who are settled abroad. So for Indian diaspora, we bring small India in their doorsteps. And while doing so, Kundan sir, another very good friend of Suresh sir, who got connected with me through Suresh sir only, he is in Panama, and he helps me with a lot of ideas how to get attached with Latin American countries. And since you know that Bengalis are football lovers, so we try to engage Indian tribals and young people in their 12th to 18th standard, 12 years to 18 years, to become footballers and take them to Argentina, Brazil, and get trained up in the schools there, study, and come back as very good trained footballers who can take India to the next level. So this is something we are working on, and we have some sponsors with us. Like the Tata Football Academy is in Jamshedpur, or in India, we have football academies. Now we want a Brazilian football academy for Indians in Brazil. So something like that. So we are working on this model. And the last one is I work with another PhD scholar of mine who is in down south. And we are working on Commonwealth immersion program. So for kids in schools, colleges, and universities, we take them for a tour of 15 days to Commonwealth countries, in Commonwealth universities, and even in the seat in the parliament, and see how the parliament performs in Singapore, in Indonesia, in Malaysia, and Australia, and other Commonwealth countries. Why we do that? Because the young kids in schools, they have aspiration to study in good universities in Commonwealth countries. So how they can engage with professors there to get their letter of recommendations and get their statement of purpose or SOPs fixed up. So we are helping them in the space of their education in different domains, engineering, STEM actually, science, technology, engineering, management, and definitely in medicine also. So this is something we are doing, and engaging with all of you will make me better off. I am not earning much, and I am not after earning, but the thing is that still I have to run my show and my livelihood. So definitely we require the silver tonic, we say, the money, and money will bring honey, isn't it, Suresh sir?
Yes, yes, that's what I wanted to tell you. The credit goes to Kobi sir, because when I first got into this network, when I thought it's from various parts of the world at different time zones, they are listening to it. So somewhere we can connect to that. So this is one of the example. Another one is someone from friend from Melbourne. They've got connected with Sundar sir, Rotarian Sundar sir.
Yeah, he's there, sir.
Yeah,
he's there.
Mr. Suresh,
so I think I don't know whether he got connected. Okay. So Sudipto, so that's what I wanted to tell.
SRS.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah.
I don't know whether you can hear me.
So that's,
yeah.
Yes. Sir, have you got connected to Sundar, sir? Hello?
Yes.
Sir.
I'm just doing some work in the garden, listening your speech. It was very interesting.
All right.
Yeah, I did. I've been talking to him.
Oh,
right.
So that's what I wanted to tell Sudipto. Sudipto, I just wanted to tell you, this is not just like some upanyasam going on a temple or something like that. It is some kind of a knowledge platform where you can share some experience and try to bring some network and promote entrepreneurship or some kind of a business network, or where we can take some knowledge which we can share with somebody or something like that. So that's what I have been talking. Last week also, Jayasilan sir, a couple of weeks ago, Jayasilan sir gave a wonderful talk on knowledge management. So I think we are going in the right track. So you can also refer some people in future to Kobi sir.
Sure,
So that
sure.
we can also
And one thing I'll tell, I saw sir from Melbourne. We are both connected by the French beard, okay? The French cut beard. And sir, if you can show yourself once again.
you.
So Australia and India connected by France, the French cut beard. And my brother is in Melbourne University, and one of my roommate in my Ramakrishna Mission, Narendrapur, where I studied in my Gurukul from 6th standard. He's in Central Queen's University. So I also have a very strong Aussie connection. Though the Australians has beaten us in cricket, we have beaten them. By the way, whom you support, Australia or India, when Australia versus India going on?
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Of course, India.
Right. A patriotic Indian outside India. That's great. So
visit me, if you are visiting Melbourne, let me know to develop any contacts or anything here.
I would love to do it. And one of my students from VIT, he is now in Melbourne in one university helping out with the cyber security of the server. And we together have a business. Sky-Fi Inc. is the name of that company. Nilanjan Manna and myself. So Nilanjan, I'll give all the details to you. So my details has been given. My mail ID Sudipto Bhattacharya at yahoo.com. My WhatsApp number has been given. And please include me in your fantastic, vibrant network. And Suresh sir, I am very grateful to you. As usual, you are like a guiding star for me. And everywhere you connect me. And Gopi sir, thank you for the opportunity. I'm a very small person. I'm telling you, I am learning, still learning. And teachers are all lifelong learners. So sir, I'm grateful to all the people.
Gopi sir.
Yes sir, tell me sir.
So Sudipto is one of the #1 quiz master. In VIT, he is being identified as a very good quiz master. One day we can have a quiz session on some topic also.
We'll do that, sir. We'll do that
And I'm a dangerous person. I am a dangerous person because reading the faces of the people, I can tell you about your mind. And I did a course in NIMHANS, Bangalore on physiognomy. Physiognomy is face reading. Suresh, faces, I don't make faces, but I tell about the mind because face is the index of mind. So a lot of counseling sessions I do.
That's the reason you said to switch on the camera, huh? Once.
Now you caught me in the wrong food. Lovely talking to all of you. So how was the session? 1 or 2 feedbacks?
Yes, Rajendra, you can give Sanjay. Sanjay, if you're around, you can give.
Where I have to correct myself?
Haripriya.
Ma'am from Nigeria.
Hello.
Yeah, please go on, Domini.
Sir, I feel the session is insufficient for you. Actually, we just started. You have created the interest, and you have made us to wait for one more session.
Thank you.
Hope my point is clear.
Thank you, sir.
Nitya Krishnan, ma'am.
Yes, I found it extremely enlightening because I am at a point of, like a changeover. I'm going to be 60 very soon, and I'm thinking of, moving back to India for good. Yes, I will be moving back to India for good, and I've been having so many ideas, all centered around the education space actually, because of I've been running the school for the past 11 years. And working in all aspects like the boarding house. It's a residential school as well. So I've got a good understanding of operations of school operations, and there are so many unique things that we do in Nigeria. The private educators are brilliant here, and they have a very high ideals and very innovative in their approaches. And I'm thinking that doing a lot of these things they do here in Nigeria, in India, will also help our youngsters to grow a lot. So I'm thinking like, yes, I'm definitely going to connect with you in person, Mr. Sudipto, so we can do something together. Thank you so much.
Great. And I tell you one thing, we are running schools in Bengal, which are not schools at all. So they are funny places where kids are given degrees, not degrees, they pass the certificate exams, but it's a school which is having boundaryless classrooms. So what happens? They learn in natural immersion. They don't have to sit in a bounded place in classrooms. And it's totally a different ambience where the parents also are taught. Because when you don't have educated parents, these schools runs more in rural India where there are economically backward students. So the kids comes in the school sometimes with their parents, and parents spend 1 hour. So that even you have an educated mom in that way to guide the parents later. And how to manage expectations in life. That is very important. Otherwise, in higher education, we find students become suicidal. We have to save them because the parents want, I didn't become an engineer. You have to become an engineer. Otherwise, you will not get dowry in marriage, I think. Okay, I don't know what is the purpose, but all these funny things we see, and finally we think about the kid only and their life. So, ma'am, I am always open, and one day might be we will walk together.
Thank you. Thank you.
I would like to share so one thing. Hello?
Yes, sir. You are audible.
No, see what happened. I just want to share a good news. My father started a school in 1986 after his retirement. At the age of 60, he started a school in a place called Karyapati near Arpukote. Basically, we are from Trichy, but my father was posted in the government school. He always preferred to work in the schools where no teacher wants to go. That kind of schools he always prefer as a headmaster. So as a principal of the school. Many times he visited, he works in places where some dacoits are there, or some dangerous places, where like Sivakasi or something like that. So when he came to Karyapati, it was in 1978, and the entire TVS from Chennai, they shifted to that place. And there was a lot of people, and then he retired. With the TVS support, he could restore the entire school, government school, the support of infrastructure, labs and all that. So when he retired, the TVS requested him to start a school because our children, our workers' children are not having a good English medium school in this small village. So then he said, I am not a commercial person. I am a government person. I don't even take tuition. He said, no, the government is permitting. You take government regulation as per he started. He started with 5 children. And there was we didn't have any finance. So I left to Bombay, so I was the only son. So what he did, he converted our house into a school. And 1986, now 35 years over. Now 35 years this year. And that most of the things, he doesn't take those donations. He passed away in 2020. And he prefers children from marginalized communities, mostly from informal sector, from drivers, masons, carpenters, or something like that. Most of the children they have completed their engineering mostly from Annamalai University. Of course, our finance minister is from Annamalai University. He's from our constituency.
And he's my batchmate too, sir. He's my batchmate.
So he is our close friend. His father and my father are colleagues. And he is 10 minutes drive from my house, and he is a very close friend of mine. And today he has given. So what I wanted to share is this year, one child, daughter of a carpenter, she has scored 496 out of 500, 4th in the state, 2nd in the district, Muduvana district, and 1st in the Arpukote educational district. So that is the achievement they have made. And the finance minister himself has sent a special congratulations message that with a limited infrastructure and sources, you have done a wonderful job. What I wanted to say is my father always believed not only the education thing, out of box thinking, a lot of other See, one small example I'll give you. When he started the school, he started with third standard with Pratmik, fourth standard Madhyama, and fifth standard Rashtrabhasha, something like that. So that fifth standard, when the child is completed, they could read and write Hindi. And why I'm saying it over there, most of the previous people, that Sundaram Partners is there, Sundaram Break, Sundaram Apex are there. These employees, after getting 5-6 years of experience, they always proceed to Noida. Okay, so the Noida is the headquarters of these all these kind of nuts and bolts and kind of industries. So when the children go there, and they are all making fun, the Madrasis have come, they cannot speak in Hindi. But unfortunately, those children, the Noida children, they can speak, but they could not write. But our children could read and write, but they could not speak. So in the entrance exam, they all passed and they got the admission, whereas the Noida children could not get it.
Acha.
So that is how you're always thinking about what is the need in the market, right from childhood. And he strongly believes up to 10th standard, if you give a very strong base, the child can do and decide his career at birth. So most of the children, now 600, 700 children are studying. Most of the parents, as you rightly said, parents also have been given an orientation that how you have to handle the child, not just leaving the child at school, I paid and left it over there. That's what the point you have been talking about. I just want to share the experience. So this year, it's a jubilant this year. Of course, every year this center is happening. This year is state level from the small village. State fourth is a big thing, fourth of at the Tamil Nadu level, and second is the district, and first is the education district level. Yeah.
Right. So, Gopi sir, you are a big connected person. Your batchmate is now the finance minister of Tamil Nadu, and we all know how much finance is required. So wherever I require finance, I will connect with Gopi sir.
Yeah.
So thank you for this opportunity, and I look forward for connecting with all of you. I don't know whether I made the session fruitful to you, but I love the interaction, and I'm a very happy person now when I wrap up. Thank you, Suresh sir. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Gopi sir, for the opportunity.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Have a nice day ahead.
Have a nice weekend.
Thank you very much.
Great session. Thank you, sir.
Thanks a lot.
Nandri.